Hi, you guys. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to be doing 4.7. So make sure you have your pencil and paper ready to go. I'll get my other computer logged in and we'll get started. Okay, here we are. Classwork 4.7. So, um, this one has a total typo. I believe it is the entry fee to a fair is $4. So maybe that's a 2020 fair because no fairs this year, which is such a huge bummer. Hopefully we get things figured out and we have fun things to go to next year. All right. So what we're doing is we're trying to write an equation. It says the entry fee to a fair is $4. Each ride costs 50 cents. If you spend $16, how many rides did you go on? Okay, so write and solve an equation. Let n equal the number of rides. All right, so what we're going to look at, my pencil here, is $16 is the total amount that we spent. Okay, so here we have 16. And what that $16 covers, well, it covers our rides. So each ride is 0.50 cents for each ride, and is our number of rides. And then we also spent $4 to get in. Okay. And the reason that I actually set it up like this is our slope intercept form that will be the main focus of 8th grade math. So it's really cool that you're already being introduced to this. Okay. So I'm sure you've heard me say it multiple times, I hope, this is our equation. Y equals, that's going to see if I can make it thicker. All right. Y equals mx plus B. All right, is that thick enough you can see? That looks all right. So really this 50 cents, if we do that as M or our slope, it's going to be 1/2, and that's our rise over 1/2. But we'll leave it as a decimal for this. All we have to do is solve for N. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the opposite of the 4. And we have to do that to both sides. Okay. So that's going to give us 12 equals 0.5n. So that 0.5n, that's multiplication, 0.5 times n. To undo that, the opposite of that is division. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.5. Okay. And that's going to give us 24 equals n. And that's our number of rides. Okay. So if you think about it, if you go on 24 rides and they cost 50 cents each, that's going to cost you $12. All right. Number 2. So number 2, whew, that graph is so hard to read. Hair in my mouth, sorry. All right, so I tried to enlarge it so we can see. And this is for slope again. So let's see if I can actually write these a little better. So right here, this is 6, and it lines up with 2. Okay, and you'll see that it actually goes through the origin right there. All right, so it says the graph shows the linear relationship between x and y. Find the constant of proportionality r, and then write an equation in the form y equals rx. Okay, so we've talked about this. The proportionality of r, that slope. So let's just start talking about it as slope now. Okay, so for us, rise over run. So slope is going to be m. That is also your r. Okay, so that's this one here. R is m, so slope is rise over run. Okay, so the rise is the change in y over the change in X. So how did it change from here up to here? That's our change in Y or our rise. And it went up. It's counting by twos. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, it went up 6. And then it's going to run or change in X by 2. Okay, so my rise is 6. My run is 2. So it's going to be 3 if I were to simplify that. Okay, so to put that into Y equals, into this one here, you see me? All right. Then we're going to say, okay, so that is our R. So that's going to be Y equals 3X. Okay, that's our actual answer. Okay, so that's the equation of this line right here. All right, cool. Okay, number 3, find the difference. So you guys had some homework like this the other day. And we need to get all of those numbers out of the parentheses. To remember that at the front here, this first one, it's like we are multiplying it times a positive 1. And this one here is like it's times a negative 1. Okay, so we are going to simply distribute those, the 1 and the negative 1. And so that's going to give us, I'm going to kind of spread it out here. 1 times negative 2x gives us negative 2x plus 4.3y. Okay, so now these next ones, I have a negative 1 times negative 5x. Negative times a negative is a positive, so that gives us plus 5x. Okay, and then we have negative 1 times 2.2y, which that is negative times a positive is a negative, and of course we add the opposite. Okay, so now at this point, we're going to combine like terms. Okay, so I see 2 items that have an X and 2 that have a Y. So let's combine those. My X's and my Y's. Okay, so negative 2x and positive 5x gives us 3x plus 4.3 and 2.2. That's going to give us 2, and the 4 is bigger, so it's going to be a positive, 2.1y. All right, so to find the difference of, let's see if I can change my color here. This one, take away this one. It's funny calling it a difference because it doesn't give us like a solid integer, but this will be our difference right here. Okie doke. All right, I think that takes us to our math work. Yes, and we are going to talk about this container. Okay, so a container, and you'll see we have A and B. Hard to see, but there it is. So all of the problems that you'll be doing will have different values for A and B. Okay, so it says if a container holds 60 fluid ounces, if 36 fluid ounces are spilled, what percentage of the liquid remains? Okay, so step 1, if 36 ounces are spilled, we are going to say 60 is how much the container can hold. Spilt 36 leaves us 24 fluid ounces remaining. Okay, so now we need to just convert that to a percentage. What percentage, remember it's always out of 100 is our whole, so part out of the whole is 24 out of 60. Easy peasy, right? So these are going to be all your problems. We're going to cross multiply. And it gives me 60n equals 24 times 100 is 2,400 or 2,400. And then divide each side by 60 to get n by itself. Okay, that crosses out. So we have n equals 6 goes into 24 4 times, and then bring down our 0. And of course, that is figuring out percent. All right, and got it right. All right, on to number 2. All right, so let me check what my A is the total number. B is how many spilt. All right. But this would be me. I'm a spiller. Are you a spiller? And I thought I spilled a lot, but ooh, man, my kids spill a lot. All right. Number 2. First thing we need to do is see how much is left in the container. So we're going to do 80 minus 24. Okay, so that is 56 fluid ounces are left. Now we just see what percentage is that. So what percentage out of 100 is 56 out of 80? Cross multiply gives us 80n equals 56 times 100. We have our 56. We add our 2 zeros, so 5,600. Divide each side by 80. Leaves us with n equals, we can cross out those zeros. So 56 divided by 8 is 7, right? Bring down the 0. Here it goes. All right. And when I say bring down the 0, so if I am doing 560 divided by 8, 8 times 7 is 56. Right? Bring down my 0, 8 goes into 0, 0 times. So that's what I'm referring to when I say bring down the 0. Okay, so number 2, 70%. Number 3. All right, done with 2. And there we go, 70. All right, number 3. We have a 50-ounce container. We spill 32. That leaves us 2018. Is that right? 32, 40, 50. Yeah, 18 remaining. What percentage is 18 out of 50? 50n equals 18 times 100 is 1,800 divided by 50. Oh, I am going to have to use my calculator here. Those cancel out. Well, and actually it should be 20. Well, let's see. 180 divided by 5. Oh, 36. I was off. Good thing I have my handy calculator. All right, number 3, 36%. And there it is. Okay, moving on to number 4. All right, we have a 70 fluid ounce container. We spilled 35, and we have 35% left. I don't even need to do the math. 35 out of 70, 50%. All right, so I know you're supposed to show your work, but hopefully you got that one and I can look at that and know that you know it. Hopefully you know it. If you don't, do the work right now. All righty. Okay. Oh, and let's mark it. Yes, there's a 50. That was number 4. Okay. Oh, my earring went crazy. There it is. All right, number 5. Number 5, we have a 100. Oh, this one here. I guess I'll show my work, but hopefully you'll see the easy percentage of it as well. All right, so number 5, we have a 100 fluid ounce container, and we spelled 52, which leaves us 48. What percentage is 48? All right, so and out of 100. And the reason I said you should see it is because it's already out of 100 container, right? Out of, okay, so I can look at 48 over 100. That's part out of the whole. So that I already know is 48%. 2 easy ones in a row. Woohoo. 2 more to go. Okay, number 6. Okay, 6, there it is. 6 gives us a 60 fluid ounce container. Woo, almost spilt it all. Spilt 45 fluid ounces, which leaves us with 15 left. What percentage is 15 out of 60? All right. Maybe you know this one off the top of your head as well, because if you were to double 15, it'd give you 30. Double that would give you 60. What's that percentage? Cross multiply. 60n equals 15 times 100 is 1,500. Divide each side by 60. N equals 1,500 or 150 divided by 60. 25%. All right. So if I were to divide 60 by 4, it would be 15. That's my 25%. Okay. Got that one there. That means number 7 should come out to 30%. Let's see if it does. All right, number 7. We have 90 fluid ounces. We spilt 63. That's going to leave us with, was that 30 minus 3 is 27 fluid ounces left. What percent is 27 out of 90? Cross multiply gives me 90n equals 27 times 100 is 2,700 divided by 90. N equals, these cancel out, so I can do 270 divided by 9 is 30. And of course, percent. Woohoo, we got it. All right. Hopefully those proportion problems are getting super easy for you and you can breeze through them. I believe we have one left. There it is. Whew, there's a lot of words in this one. But what I will say is this is just like the one in classwork where we're doing slope intercept form, right? So next year, because these are fantastic. Next year, it's mostly equations, and you'll hear 8th graders always say, when are we going to use this? Well, this is when we use it. But, you know, once you have it down, most adults don't even know they're using it. And they'll also tell you, you'll never use that. Well, they are already using it, but it's just become such a habit. Most adults don't think about it. All right. So the floor of a canyon has an elevation of negative 15 feet. Okay, so that's where it's beginning. Okay, so it's beginning elevation is negative 15. Erosion causes the elevation to change. So that's a rate of change of negative 2 feet per year. Okay, so watch this. This is our rate is negative 2 feet per year. So think of this as this is feet per year, and that's per 1 year. So that is going to be a slope or rate of change of negative 2 over 1, which is, of course, -2. Okay, so it says, how many years will it take for, where are we? Take for the canyon floor to have an elevation of -31 feet. So erosion means that the dirt is just, it's leaving. So think of a river, the water goes through it and the dirt just leaves. So it's eroding, it's going away. Okay, so we want to have a final of 31 feet. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up, watch this, this is our y equals mx plus b. Okay, b is what we are starting with, and that is our -15. Where we're ending is -31. So that's our y. So we're going to say -31. I don't know if I have enough room. -31 equals our m, or our rate of change. These two here are the same thing. We want to know how many years will it take. That's our unknown variable. And we are starting at -15. Okay, so all we have to do is solve for x, and that's the number of years. So let's add the opposite here. Add the opposite, add the opposite. I know that 15 plus 15 is 30, so that means I'm going to have a -16, because it's 31 equals -2. Now I need to divide both sides by -2. Okay, negative by negative is a positive, so that is going to be 8 equals x. So my answer is in 8 years. And in my mind, I wrote years a lot neater than that, but can you read it? 8 years. All right. You tell how happy I am that we are using my favorite slope-intercept equation for real life problems, and you're learning it now. Very happy. All right, you guys. I really look forward to having you in math next year. It's cool. You guys are going to be my leaders in the class, so you will know what's up, and yeah, you're going to do awesome. I'm very excited. So miss you guys. Keep working hard, and I will see you soon. As you go through your day, remember who you are, remember what you stand for, and lead by example. Bye-bye.